This cake
No.
is caking.
It's cakey.
Because you were in the mood.
Yeah, I was in the mood. I thought I was dancing non-stop from the beginning of the party to the end of the
Late
party.
birthday cake with cocaine.
I
These
was
crack
dancing
boys.
non-stop.
These crack boys.
So it was like when I found out, I'm like, no wonder, because they would have had the strength to dance from the beginning of the party to the end. How?
But why would they do that though?
I
To give the party life, innit?
No.
Exactly.
They just be like, if you don't
but
know.
that's drugging people.
Yes.
It is drugging people.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Against
actually
yes.
So wait, let me get
It
this
is.
straight.
I
was
broke
it your
up with
birthday?
my last
No, it
girlfriend.
was
Oh,
a friend's
so
birthday. I
like,
attended.
When she tried to
Fair
drug
enough.
you.
Well, she didn't try. She did.
She did
Ah.
drug
It
you.
was.
That's
so it
violation.
was a friend's house,
Nothing
right?
you can say
So her
violation.
friend's birthday was like the next morning. Well, obviously it was like the next day. So
Yeah.
I'm like, look, guys, I have like a meeting. Yeah. I have a meeting at this restaurant with like a friend of mine. Let's just go there. Break into like your birthday, wine, food, and everything, and then I'll go have my meeting and then come back and join you guys. I'm like, yeah. Like, oh, but before let's have
Some brownies.
Let's have some brownies.
Love
Stay.
it.
So I was like, no, this girls like to smoke and shit and everything.
When you said
No,
that, when you said that was a bit judgy. Like,
yeah,
these girls, the kids
like,
smoke. They smoke and shit.
Nah.
So I can't process it.
Yeah,
what
I
I used to
get-
do
yeah.
back at uni is I'll waste people's weed. Like
Yeah.
I'll puff and
You said this
push out.
before,
Yeah. So I had like this really bad experience. I knew, look, I can't process it, so there's no point wasting my time, wasting people's money. So anyways, this baby's like, no, Peter, nothing is wrong, it's clean. No. We're even giving it to children, charity, this tomorrow. We're baking it for orphanage.
Oh,
I'm
man,
like,
what the
okay,
fuck?
Oh, wait, they're giving
What if?
kids less.
No. Why is it
They
lying?
baked brownies, they're trying to get me
Wait, but what if they actually did give the kids lace cake?
Wrong.
Yeah,
Peter, we need
I'm
to find
sure
this
I'm sure
next
they probably
Have a
didn't.
proper
Anyways,
conversation.
so she Roma, she came, sat down on my thighs, was holding me.
Oh, man.
She had some, it was really nice. The thing actually looked fucking moist and shit. I was like, okay,
Oh.
chocolate brownies. Like, Peter, are you sure you said just have one, baby? This thing is nice. Yammed it. I said, this thing is nice, so
Gang.
it goes well with this wine,
You know that video me
So
where
I
it
had
said
2
2
more.
hours later.
So I had 2 more, and like
What?
I don't see at night. So, anyways, her friend was driving, so we all kind of got to the restaurant and everything. It was quarter to like 12, and my friend now called.
Sorry, what was this list with weed or cocaine?
We.
But I think it was probably weed, but it was some
Strong
hardcore strong
guys.
shit. Yeah, exactly, strong strain.
Strange.
So we get to the restaurant, right? My friend calls that he's coming upstairs. So I excuse myself, go over to sit with him at the meeting. At some point, I know there's something odd, cause we're discussing providing content for Intel. Tunde Ayeni and everything. So he's kind of uncles with him and stuff, and we're looking at how he could fund like my startup with content, this thing. And I know there's something going weird because the conversation has shifted to me trying to take over the world.
Wow.
My guy is looking at me like, what
Bro,
the fuck?
what are
Like,
you talking
you know, I'm
about?
a married man. I have kids. I just got married. Like, first of all, you never put me on this bullshit before, and then it can't be today of all days because you understand what I went through, and I've come up because of our relationship.
Yeah.
And you're putting me, Peter, like, got to a point where my guy says, he said, Peter, I've heard enough. I need to go to bed.
Was that bad?
Oh my
I myself, I
days.
knew there was something off because I was really super. No, we can really take over the world. We can
Wow.
Some sexy shit.
so
Let's take over.
anyways, he politely says, we should just sleep this one off. We'll talk now. he's still around, he's still in town. Well, he shuffles between Lagos and Abuja.
So is that why you broke up with her though?
Wait, hang on now. That was bad enough that happened, but that wasn't even it. So I go back to like where my babe and like her friends are and everything, and I'm like telling them that, look, guys, because at this point I started getting confused.
Yeah.
So because I know I didn't take anything to intoxicate me, and
And it's none you had any idea
exactly.
about.
So short-term memory had literally kicked in at this point. And I'm telling them that, look, there's something weird going on. First of all, it seems like everything that's happened in the past 30 seconds has been happening my entire existence. I don't know what's going on, but it seems like I'm trapped in some kind of
Oh
weird
my days, like a loop, like a life loop. It
And
just
then-
keeps repeating.
Yeah, and then I'm like, you know, guys, this meeting I just had, like, definitely didn't go well. I could feel like there was something up. I was chatting a lot of bullshit. And these two girls are looking at themselves and giggling and laughing. So I know there's something up. So I'm asking, look, because at this point I'm like, look, it is me against the world, and I need to figure out if there's some madness going on. So I'm asking them questions to validate.
Yeah,
my
like,
sanity.
did this
Like,
what's happening?
yeah,
I need to
so
get
I'm
some
like,
clarifications.
Was there, be honest with me, was there weed in the cake in the back? So, no,
Yeah, obviously, you're trying to retrace, like, how did I get
no
here?
one listed wine.
Yeah.
With weed. So I'm looking at all the things that I know I had, you know. So they're like, no. She's like, no, that there's nothing.
Why was she lying though? Why do people do that shit? That's what pisses me off.
That's the one reason why. I'm like, this girl doesn't even respect me.
Yeah, because that's
I told her about like
about
my
the
past and
meeting.
the meeting number one and my previous experiences that made me realize, look,
yeah,
Bless
you, my
I can't
darling.
even hang out with the guys anymore because I can't smoke.
Yeah,
not
weed is
because
not
I
your
don't
thing,
want
yeah.
to, but I can't process
Can't process
it.
it,
So,
yeah.
So, you know, so after like 10 minutes of going back and forth, she said she had to use the bathroom. Feigned being upset and everything. Like, her friend was still there, the birthday girl. I said, come, it's your birthday, but what's going on?
Tell me what's going on.
After like 3 minutes of hard pressing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
She told me, look, I should calm down. She's not seen me this weird before, but like the brownies were actually
Yeah, and when you don't know, there's a bit of paranoia in it.
Yeah, exactly, because you're
When
trying
you
to
don't
wonder
know.
like what's
I
going
started
on
getting
with
that,
me.
yeah,
Like,
I started getting super like paranoid.
Yeah.
yeah, obviously.
But after she
because
told me,
it's a different thing like when you know like you've taken drugs and like, okay, I took this
This,
set,
so-
so obviously
so I know what I'm feeling.
exactly, you're
Yeah.
expecting
You know what to
it. It's different
expect,
when
yeah.
you just like
you can like
just
surf
start
the
feeling
wave
weird and
and
you're
stuff.
like,
Yeah.
where's this coming from? What did I just have?
So the story literally just started from there. So after she told me, like, kind of like calm down, at least I knew what was going on.
Yeah.
But then,
We were offended.
They should have told you.
forget being that one offend. Offend was not even.
Offend was not
I
around
didn't even
then.
think about. Yeah, I hadn't. I
Yeah,
hadn't
got to
visited.
that point.
I needed air. By this point, Raji shows up with my older brothers and stuff. Like, it was a Tuesday night.
Yeah.
So they show up at this place. This is the only place that was open at the time. So guys hanging. Raymond was upset that, you know, I hadn't introduced him to my friends who I was sitting with, and I was acting nonchalant. They didn't know this boy was high as a So I'm telling you, so at this point, yeah, I just basically, so there were like a bunch of guys. I literally just went through them and told them. So like Peter was like, I'll see you guys. I need to get air. I need to. At this point, it felt like someone was asphyxiating me and stuff. But so I went outside. I thought maybe, you know, walking down the stairs and everything would give me enough air.
Yeah, but it wasn't working.
So I went outside, went right outside to like the car park and everything. And it was a windy day, but for some reason, like it was skipping my, like it was just going over and past.
The wind wasn't coming
It was
to you.
going
It was
through
like,
me as well, because I felt cold, but like it just wasn't coming here.
Your head.
I'm
Where
telling
you get the air.
Yeah, so I said, you know, I'm going to go
that
on a
must have
walk.
been some strong weed.
You're going to go on a walk.
So I said, you know, I'm going to go on a walk. Perhaps I
Some
just
white
need
people
to, you
shit.
know. So I started walking. This is Mitama, by the way.
Alone high at
So
night.
yeah, so I started walking, yeah, and then after like 3 minutes, something is telling me, Peter, you're not going fast enough. You need to walk.
Oh God.
This thing.
Why are you getting all the bad advice?
I just keep saying wrong things, wrong way.
I start walking faster, and it's like, boy, you need to leg it, man.
Oh,
like you're not moving move. So I started
Running.
I said, no, I wasn't running yet.
Yeah.
I said pacing. You know how like fast, so yeah. And after a point, I'm like, guy, look, you're wasting time. Just start jogging. And I start jogging. I'm disoriented in the direction I'm
sorry,
going.
Yeah. So all the people that you came out with are still in this
They're
restaurant.
in the restaurant. Hang on.
And you are running outside.
Yeah, he went to get air, right?
So,
they won't like panic.
after like I'm jogging, this is around like 1 a.m.
What?
in the morning, yeah. So after a while, like it's like, look, I really need to leg this thing. So I start sprinting.
To where?
And then before I know what's happening, yeah, I'm running at like someone was chasing me, you know.
To where though?
And then I find myself back
At the restaurant.
Yeah, so
At least you didn't run
so
far
you see
away
what
from
I've done?
it.
Like I've run
round
Maitama.
It's one
right?
of two things. You run round Maitama.
Yeah,
you
I
didn't
ran
even
round.
live where you are.
No.
And all this happened in
I-
your head.
Guy, I was sweating profusely and everything. I ran
What if
round.
you were just standing one?
That's what I'm saying. What
No,
are you
no,
like?
no. So I was literally running, right? So like I stopped right in front of like a cab because I'm still thinking, look, I really need this air. So I'm thinking like, look, if I'm in a cab and
my
I
head
wind
out.
down, yes.
You feel
so
better.
I thought about that after like the cab was at Central
Moving.
area and moving and
Oh, you actually got in the cab.
oh yeah, I did.
Oh, wow.
And the guy
There's a
was
lot
like
going
moving.
on here.
He was moving in circles and stuff. It got to a point where it felt like I was just, it's either he knew what was going on, or he felt like I was on some bullshit and stuff. And he told me like, look, he needs to drop me off.
Like pick a
So
spot.
he drives back to Transcorp, drops me in front of Transcorp, and zooms off. Meanwhile, I've just put my hand in my pocket, and
Your phone is missing.
no. I have my
okay.
phone. I must have given this guy like maybe 80K, because I just gave him.
Yeah, that's why he zoomed off.
Yeah, so he collected the money and just jackpot straight.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
Also,
what was
maybe
going-
he actually went around in circles enough
Yeah,
for
meanwhile,
80K.
my people are still at the restaurant, oh,
Exactly,
and
because it's
with
like
other
saying
stuff
you-
as well, by the way.
I'll start looking for
With other
you,
stuff as well, though.
Yeah.
So I get in another cab, and the guy is asking me where to go. And I say, just go to Asokoro. My mind is thinking, I need to get to Sanctuary because I think I'm about to flip. So, Shasha, I find myself at home. But
That's the
I'm
best
not, I'm
decision you
not, I'm
made.
not, I'm not inside the house. I recall myself standing. First of all, I'm at the ledge, the
Yeah.
ledge, and then I'm looking at the whole of
Abuja.
and I'm like, I can't jump. Let me go back down. I'm being serious. So
No
I now
fucking
turn
way.
around and I'm now like in front of like the pool.
The pool, yeah.
Alright, so some part of me is about to jump and then my phone rings. I pick up his Raji. He's like, Peter, who are you? I'm like, I went for a walk.
I'm your
Like, Peter, it's been like an hour and a half. Like, where the hell are you?
What walk did you take?
I'm like, I'm not feeling myself. I'm not feeling well. It's like, yeah, Peter, well, look, people are about to leave. And, you left people there, like.
Where are you?
I'm like, where are you and everything? I'm like, oh, and Peter, you drove. The car is still parked there.
God.
The keys are in my pocket.
Oh, Jesus.
People in the restaurants. Bills need to be paid.
Jesus Christ.
It was a nightmare.
I imagine so.
Yeah, so
I hope they didn't end in you going back to the restaurant.
oh no, hell no. Raji, I had to send a driver with the keys
with the
there,
key.
and then Raji sorted stuff out. I paid him, and then
Brought the car back.
But yeah, so I had to break up with her because number one, she lied, and
No,
number
but
two,
then again, that was quite an experience, and for that alone, I agree. I'm sorry, ex, but he had to break up with you because I mean, you don't drug people.
Do
Just,
we all
just
agree
not-
that Peter is right in breaking up with
yes, because
Yes,
you just
of
don't go
course.
around drugging people. It's completely.
I think
wrong.
also in the breakup you should have given her a thank you note, like it was also an experience. Like just listen to that story. Like that's actually that's an epic story.
That's actually
It's actually an epic
I don't know about epic.
No, it's quite epic.
All that time I was running.
Yeah, like now you can tell the story and it's like then that was fucking
You
experience.
know.
You had an experience actually.
Hey, did you even do a proper introduction?
Guys, welcome to Accidental Discharge.
Wow,
like that was a fantastic story to start with. Captain Awesome
Mimi Matthew, the
Narrative.
American.
is back. We have a first
Oh
timer.
my God.
Chibem, Zarati.
They call me Pete.
Are you supposed to like drum roll?
Blackteddy.
Blackteddy.
Oh, you're Blackteddy today.
Yeah, I'm saying no. I switched to Blackteddy now.
When?
It's now Blackteddy.
It's now Blackteddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can identify
Yeah.
as whatever, right?
Wow. I don't know about that. Hey.
Comes non-binary.
I'm not. I don't know
You're
why
non-binary.
Mimi goes around telling people I'm non-binary.
Why?
Why did you go around telling me
I've
you're non-binary?
never ever said
Like-
that.
Not-
I want to be.
Wait, hold on. Hold
Or
on.
they-
You know,
Genderless.
she gets.
Wait, do you?
They are wearing shades, like they're putting on shades.
Oh, yes, it's because
You
of the
don't
Martin.
identify
They're
as she.
smiling.
Your pronouns are they.
Identify as she, her,
They
female. No, no day. I am not a day. I am just she.
Wow.
Please.
I'm just messing with her.
Clearly.
No. I don't know why. I
She
don't
doesn't
know
want
what's-
Nala to get upset, that's why.
Who is that?
Who's Nala? Isn't that the
Let it
lioness
sink in.
from Lion King? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Don't
What are
worry.
you talking?
Nothing,
He's not
go on.
thinking it.
You were saying.
Chibem, please tell us how was your week?
Nala.
What did you get up to?
Caspian.
I don't know what the two of you are doing, but we've moved on.
No. We're here.
She needed clarity. Go on.
My week was such great.
Hey, amen.
Great.
Before we go far, Zarati is a filmmaker.
And a makeup artist.
And a makeup artist. Very good.
Okay, girl.
I've never really got this thing.
Same here.
When you were
Like,
clapping.
except your like one hand is busy. Like,
No,
why can't you
you
just
were
clap?
clapping.
Speaking about one hand,
Yeah.
what happened to you?
He took it off because he doesn't want
okay.
sympathy from the audience.
Well, then now you would have now
you know,
said it.
yeah.
Okay.
Sarah, what happened to your wrist?
Repetitive stress
I
disorder.
sprained my wrist playing football.
Are you
That's-
sure?
That's
It's
what-
What's that?
Yep. Am I sure it's football?
What's that?
What's that thing you keep doing? What is that?
What's that?
I sprained my wrist.
Is that what happened?
Are you sure it's football?
Okay.
Tara,
Oh, he
she
did
says
this
as long
stamp.
as long as there was satisfaction in the story, she's cool.
Well, I mean, I was keeping.
Hi, darling. How did you spend your week?
Hey. And I'm not complaining
Oh,
about it.
Right, darling.
Eh?
I'm done.
Oh, Jesus.
My week was pretty chill with work, and I hanged out with my friends yesterday. Yesterday was what? Friday. Yes, I hanged out.
Saturday.
Saturday.
You really hung out last night because you
Yeah.
didn't even know what day it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that
we
when
believe
you ate the cocaine cake? Yes, another cracker.
The cocaine cake was actually
about being crackish.
Oh, 2019.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
So last night you hung out with your
my
friends.
Yeah, we went to Wonderland.
Oh, okay.
We had so much
hey.
fun.
Also, it was a PG hangout.
Then
Not
we
like,
went to the silent disco.
Oh, shit. I think I
Okay.
saw that.
Yeah,
Oh, there was one
it was so
recently?
interesting. Yeah, yesterday.
Okay.
It was actually interesting. So yeah, that wrapped up my weekend. I was like, yeah, had a great weekend. I cooked.
What did you make?
Stuck up my feet with a goosey.
Okay.
Stir fry spar.
Hey! God, when you leave, you need to write me your address later. It's a come true.
This one likes food.
Well, I love
Even
food.
though- even though-
Leave
even though I want to beg.
I'm not going to give you.
Why?
I
Food
will not
is
give
nice.
you. I've shared it out already, only for
Food
Pam.
is-
It's left for myself. I'm not.
Sam, can we share your?
No.
I think about it.
I'm
can't
saying
get
if
back.
you do,
no,
I'll not
sorry.
give you.
I
No.
can't. Sorry,
No.
sorry.
Okay.
Oops.
This unbelievable hatred.
Yeah.
Did anyone else get up to anything interesting? I don't even know what's going on. No?
No. I mean, aside Son to DK fighting Jenna Mena.
Did you get on to that?
No,
You?
I didn't, but
Because the way you said aside, I'm like,
That was the only dramatic
I
thing for
think
her
that's
this
drama.
week.
But I think September has been filled with a lot of bad goals.
in
social
terms
media.
of celebrities.
Like,
and
yeah, I think
relationships.
it's
And last we were actually
Lots
just
of-
talking about that. We were talking about how Nigeria's social media actually feeds off controversies. If it's not the government having a controversy,
Yeah.
celebrities having something.
Yes, yes.
There's
If it's
always
not
one
celebrities.
thing or
There's
the
just
other.
like one thing, like literally
Yeah.
every
Because I feel
week
like
there's
basically
like
there's
always
nothing
one
in
drama.
I think what I found interesting this week for me is that, like, I found out that there's actually an agency for tailors.
But
It's the way she's saying
See,
it. It's the way
that
Yeah.
she was telling me about
Like,
this thing, yeah. And I was like,
an
that is like the
agency.
most, like, I feel like Nigerians
you
are,
pay
when it comes to
10K
ideas,
and
yeah.
they find you tailors. So they send you like numerous tailors to keep trying out till you find the one
that
you want
works for
to.
you.
Yeah,
It's like,
so
how
if
did
you
you
want
even come
one
up with
tailor,
that idea,
10K.
though?
No, but
to
that idea is
20K.
Like,
actually
it's a
great.
it's
Yeah.
like, I was fucking
So I was
impressed,
like,
but it's like, how did you get to that?
Wow.
Like, were people coming to it actually?
And when you
for
have to pay them
tailors?
10K, you keep trying tailors till you
Yes.
Yeah, for just
And
the
till you
10K.
find
That's
your
for
perfect
one
one.
tailor. Then if you want 2, you pay 20. If you want 3, you pay 30. So 10K per tailor.
Wow, that's pretty interesting.
It is interesting.
I mean, Nigerians are quite.
How did you find this out?
Everything is a
How did you-
Because
hustle.
how
I
did
was
you-
trying to get source tailors.
Everything
and someone
is,
recommended
is
it
a
Yes.
to you.
hustle
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
So it's like anything to make money, business, and I like the fact that.
And if you think about
Nigerians are
it, we
quite
actually do
innovative,
need
though.
agencies for artisans.
I agree.
We
I
need
agree,
agencies,
actually.
like guys that will train them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
You
agree.
know,
And you know who were having this conversation
service
the other time,
providers.
Mimi, and we're saying that artisans, like, they actually need people who will, like, proper, like, give them trainings. Because you know how you employ someone to do something and you guys go back and forth over and over, especially all these artisans, like people that do like mere works like tailoring, bricklayers, cement people, all those builders basically.
Yeah, we get
it.
those guys. Like, it's a fucking struggle with them because
A lot of
obviously
people complain about real
you're
estate.
on your level this and you're on level that.
Situation
Your
because you
reasoning
can't even
is
communicate
never the
with them.
same thing. So they are always doing a whole different thing from what you're asking them to do. I was just saying that it would actually be good if they have people who actually just give them guidance. Because most of them is just mere fact of they don't know what they're doing, or they're not educated
Like
enough.
they have the skill, but
Obviously,
they don't
as an
have
architect,
the
you have the education, you have
components
so you have
to
the
put it
idea. But
together.
these people are just like their source of income, or what will I say? What the talent is their hands,
Skill.
their skill. So it's like, aside the skill, there's still not the part of where you get to communicate with them, direct them. That's
No
the hard
marketing
part.
skills.
Do you get that? The
PR.
hard part. That's where like you people go back and forth. So if you have people who like train these people, and it's like, so when you go to these agencies, they give you these people, they are more trained. You don't have to like, you don't have to worry about them running away with your money. You don't have to worry about them, giving them a job and them disappearing on you and coming
But
up
I
with one
don't,
story
I
or the
don't,
other.
I don't think lack of training is the issue with a lot of the problems with these artisans. I think it's a wider problem with what we have in Nigeria. It's just
Fair
a
enough.
lack of accountability, right? And people not following even the little due process, because you just think
Because
it's too much of a
there's-
hassle to
do the right
that.
thing.
Because
Oh my
Sorry,
God.
because there's literally no due process for these guys.
No, that's the thing.
They don't
because
have
there's no
anything, there's
no,
nothing set in.
No, there is.
Then-
Understand in every business transaction, there's an implied contract, even if you're not signing anything.
Yeah.
So you can sue your tailor.
See, listen,
Good
that's
luck.
not
Good luck on that.
That's
So
not
that's my point. That's my point.
Wait,
But
wait.
because there's nothing for them to fear out of, if I didn't
no.
get it done on time,
See, if
they would do that.
if
You sue the tailor and he's lost his business, or he's spent months or years in prison because of that, people would take it seriously.
No, see, listen
you can,
here.
okay.
See this agency, for instance.
Sorry,
now.
Mimi, before you say, let me just say something about what Tara said
Yeah.
about suing them and then getting prison. But then again, it's like there's no law saying that if your tailor doesn't finish your dress or doesn't complete,
finish it on time.
No, but you have a controller
no,
agreement
but then
with your
Wait,
every
said-
law is like there's a punishment if you
Yes.
break it. But
Yes.
there is no
you get
law.
damages. It's a breach of contract. You
Anyway,
get,
yeah, I guess you damages.
Yeah, you get damages.
So that
See,
means that for
hold on, guys.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say is that, see, with this agency now,
Yeah.
it's an agency.
Yeah.
For them to send out tailors to you, they're going to send you the best of the best because you're literally paying them
I agree.
to, find you these tailors.
Yeah.
But now at the same
because if the
time,
tailor defaults, you
See.
sue the agency.
see, at the same time, I can go to Gariki Market or
Yeah.
I can go to Corner Shop in Gwarimpa
Yeah.
and go and find, tailors there as well
Yes.
that will equally be as good
Yes.
or even better
Yeah.
when it
With
comes
the
to
ring.
skill.
Yeah.
You get?
Yeah.
But now they don't have the same training, work ethics. Like they don't have that. Do you understand? And you cannot go and say you want to be suing some tailor that you.
I mean, you
pick up from
can.
this.
Don't say you
Even if
can't.
you
You
see,
can.
you can, but it's
Okay.
a waste of your time.
So that's
Do you understand?
So, see,
But
That's why
there's
we
a
are
contrast.
saying that
See,
there's
that-
no these guys.
see, you have
Guys,
to, you have,
we're talking about illiterates here. That the
Il-
only thing they
illiterates
know
can be
about.
sued.
Yes,
Sorry.
they
So
can,
my
but
point
they have
is-
got
see,
to know.
make
you-
their
wait,
money.
Mimi, I get what you're saying. Like most people would not
We're
do
pushing
it.
for
But
agencies,
how do you? How
for
do you?
cleaners, agencies for construction workers, agencies for plumbers and
Okay,
all these laborers.
Let me give you a scenario.
handyman,
Let me
you
give you
get-
let me give you a scenario now.
Because
So,
we need
wait,
professional
Mimi,
behavior
hold
because
on,
we're
hold
tired
on.
of the way they
No problem.
behave.
Let her
Mimi,
finish
let
now.
me give you an example. So say you get that tailor from the agency and he still doesn't get your thing done on time. What do you do?
Yeah, but that's what they offer. That if the tailor isn't
Yes.
good, we send you another.
No, no,
Come to
that-
send me different
Hold
tailors
on.
till I am comfortable.
Okay.
So
now I don't
hold
know
on,
that
wait
one.
now.
Yeah, you
And then
keep
he
that
gets-
one.
But he's ready.
Messed up.
So yeah,
I
exactly.
can call them for another one.
Hold on, Mimi. So you want to make this dress now. You have an event next week, right? You go to the agency, they give you a tailor. 3 days to your event, the tailor says, "Oh, I'm sorry, your dress has been messed up, or I can't have it with you for you by the day you wanted it." What do you do?
No.
Because giving you a new tailor
No,
doesn't solve
no,
your
no,
problem.
No,
no,
the
that's not
agency
it.
does not provide you
They don't do
tailors
that.
to make
They're
your
just
clothes.
providing-
The agency provides fashion houses.
Oh, so you are talking about
Tailors.
live.
It's just
you
employment.
understand?
That's what we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Yeah.
what I'm
That's
talking
what-
about.
They're sourcing
they help
employment
you
for people,
source
yeah.
Tailors.
Oh.
So instead of me going to the streets to call a random plumber that will write his number on the wall,
Yeah.
like plumber here, call this.
They
I
source them
call
and send
the
them to you.
agency
So-
that
And
I
then the
need a
agency
handyman,
sends-
and then they
so
send
that-
me a professional
I think we're selling
plumber.
people ideas that they're about. If I say
Yeah.
anybody starting handyman, people have to come. and
They
give
already
me
have
and
that.
me.
They already have that.
No, but this particular one we're talking
They
about.
already
if I
have
sit
that.
in this Abuja,
They have it in Abuja, actually.
That's what I'm
They have
saying.
it in Abuja.
Just putting it out there, carry on.
Yeah,
putting
like
that-
professional.
Well,
You need
I mean, if you're talking
professionals.
about- if you're
Because
talking-
when you call this AC guys now to come and fix your AC, their prices are always fluctuating.
And then they fix the AC and they don't fix it well. I have
yeah,
an issue
so
right
that
now.
so you can
And
call
I'm
them
trying to
back.
call
They
the
even
person
have
who's not picking my
mechanics.
calls.
Imagine,
No, I have a guy
imagine
that did
if
that
you
to
got
me.
that from an agency now that
You'll
this
be
is,
able to
you know,
reference back to the agency.
They'll come back and fix it without you even paying any cost. Do you get? Because they're liable. Do you understand? But we don't have a proper body for these guys, and they don't feel like they're governed by anything.
But you know, you've just said exactly what I'm saying. They will come back because they are liable.
Yes, but you cannot be telling your normal
I mean,
AC guy on the road that he's liable.
See,
He's
that-
going to say sorry,
See,
and
Sorry.
that's that
Yeah,
about
moving
that.
So the thing is this, right?
Yeah.
The thing is this, that most of these artisans are like at the very bottom of,
Absolutely
you know,
agree with you.
and for them, they do the things they do.
What
for
they
their,
feel
for their
like
day-to-day
doing.
earnings, right?
Yeah.
All that you be deluding yourself if you think you're going to have
Going to sue
agreements or
those
you're
guys.
signing contracts with these kind of people.
'Cause
They don't care.
They
Look,
don't
see,
even understand
these people barely have any hope. and for the level of hope they have or lack of it,
these guys are
they have
surviving. They are trying
absolutely
to survive.
yeah, they have
They don't
absolutely
even
no
give a
fear.
fuck,
See,
like
So you can
zero
do
fucking
you can
fear.
literally
you
do
guys,
your worst.
you guys,
So you need to
no, but your worst is literally taking the person's business away from
Look,
them.
there's-
You know
there's-
that's literally the worst.
But you can't take
my
the
guy,
away
you
from
can.
them.
My
Can
guy,
you take away
it's
the
not-
skill?
it's not about that.
You can lock him up
Not
for
for that-
God knows
not-
how
not
long.
for
And then
that-
afterwards,
not for
when
that
he's
part of
out,
society, my
his skill
guy.
is still his skill.
He-
And
whether
he's
he's-
going to
whether he-
leave.
whether he's
He's going
skill-
to leave your geographical area because this person is not popular, he's not as important to the society.
This
So
is-
his
this
one
is-
problem
this-
that he has with you
So,
is not going
hold
to
on.
in
Affect,
Gariki.
yeah.
One
Okay.
problem he has with you
Okay.
in Gariki is not going to
Okay.
hinder his skill.
Why would you want
When
to
he
have him
moves
locked up
to
and
Maitama?
So
In
that's
the
the
first place.
see,
People are
Peter,
supposed to employ
Peter,
them.
Peter, get the point. The point is not that you want to have anyone locked up.
Okay.
The thing is, if we're talking about long-term change of a situation,
Yeah.
what brings about that? This bottom of the bottom artisan that you are talking about, they have them in almost every country. Why are they
Yes.
less? Why are they less defaulting in other countries?
That's not true.
That's not true. They
That's
are
not
they are as
A ton
terrible
of
in
people
other
default.
countries
No,
as
every-
well.
Yes.
I did not say a ton.
They are just as terrible.
If you say
They
you're
are not
unaware,
just as. I
if
said
you
they
say
are
you're
less.
unaware,
I did not say.
agree with
I didn't
you.
say. I
But
didn't
if you
say.
say they are
I did not
not,
say.
they're
I did not
less.
say that they don't exist. I said it is less.
Less.
No, that's not true.
No, they are just as terrible.
I don't think they are just as terrible.
Oh, that's
from,
what?
from,
Okay.
from my experience.
Why do you think so?
From my experiences and experience from people that I know, people that have tailors abroad don't complain that people that have tailors in Nigeria.
Well,
Tailors
I can't,
abroad.
Whatever it is,
or
tailor,
rather, you mean
How
plumber,
many tailors
you're not-
shop in
you're not
in
exposed.
United
You're not
Kingdom?
exposed
How
to
many
those
how
are-
many streets like in the streets of London? How many shops have you just walked into and then you just see tailor and it's always couched in a very
You are talking about a medium level tailor there.
Yeah,
What we are still talking about
but
bottom of the bottom.
see
I'm
the
telling
bottom
you that
of the
even-
bottom.
even
You
the
cannot
top
go
of
to
the top,
Oxford
I'm telling you
Circus
that-
and you see the bottom
I'm
of
telling
the
you that
bottom. You have to
liability-
go all the way to Peckham.
liability,
Do you
Yeah,
understand?
but
So why do
liability
you
and
think that a tailor that you
accountability
see
is
in
what
Peckham
keeps
is
people in
better
check.
than
No,
one
but
here,
even-
or
even-
their behavior
even at
is
the top.
different?
Okay.
Even at the top,
It's the
they're
same
just
thing.
almost as
Okay, so
unaccountable.
you guys now tell me. So that bottom of the bottom, what's the solution to ensure that because
Providing them an agency. That's what we're saying.
Sorry, the
no,
thing
but you
is-
are talking about agency for clothiers. Me that I just want a tailor.
No, I'm not talking about
Me, I
just.
just want a tailor to make clothes for me.
Sorry,
How
the
can
thing
I
is this.
ensure that my tailor will give me what I want when I want
There are
it?
proper fashion houses for you to walk into.
I don't, but
You
I don't
can't.
have to. We're talking about bottom of the bottom. I'm talking about fashion
You
house.
can't.
Fashion house is
You
liable.
can't. You can't.
Fashion
Don't
house.
have faith.
You
can't.
say you can't.
Let me tell you why you can't.
That's not. That.
Let me tell you why you can't.
Why will you have a proper fashion house?
That's not a
For
solution.
professionals.
If I really would
And then you
regular
want
guys,
to
Peter,
go
that's not a
and it's a
solution.
regular
Let me tell you
tailor.
why you
Exactly,
can't.
you will
You
Peter,
will
that's-
take
Peter,
it
that's
what
not
you
a
Let me
get.
tell you why you
It's
can't.
as-
Yes. Why?
Okay, so you have an arrangement with someone to provide you a service,
Yeah.
right? Have you dealt with this someone before?
Maybe not. Could be the first.
No,
time.
this person who is tailoring for you,
Yeah.
has he tailored for you before?
Are you asking? This is a hypothetical situation. Now. So
Yeah.
he could not have like.
Okay, so
yeah.
so assuming the person has,
Yes.
how often has he tailored for you? Were you comfortable with his service? Did you find him competent?
I don't.
You
Yeah,
see,
I
is
guess
he
if I
exempt?
guess
Is
if I
he-
keep
is
going
he-
back, he's the best of all that I've tried. So let's
Okay, it's the
assume,
best.
yes.
Okay, so he's not perfect. He's not a
Yes.
machine. So there's the propensity that he's going to fail or disappoint you at some
Yes.
point, which
Right.
is normal, right?
Yes.
Now, what you're asking is how do you hedge against someone, a human being, being imperfect and being absolutely perfect? Come on, you can't
Okay. How do you
mitigate.
exactly?
risk.
How do you limit it? Because you understand that you have to understand
So-
that
I go
there's
to
one
professional.
there's one
That's
thing.
why-
There's a difference between someone
That's
doing
why we.
something
That's why we
happening
tailoring.
once
That's why we tailoring.
and the thing is a constant
Let me
every
answer
time
you.
happening.
That's why we're tailoring. Yeah?
Yeah.
When you have an outfit you want made for you, right? Say you need to wear it on the 20th. Yeah. You have it done, and you have your first trial of fitting on the 14th.
Yes.
To see if it's
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
So if you
Amendments
need
and
adjustments,
all
they
that.
adjust it within the next 3-4 days. So that it's
Exactly.
ready for you.
So mistakes with tailors are more than just adjustments, right? Sometimes they just ruin it totally.
So it's
But-
about
but-
it's
but-
about you
but
finding
wait,
a
but
competent
Peter, wait.
person in the first place.
Exactly, a professional.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
I've been saying. Like you need to find someone that
Find
is
the
good at
skills
what
first.
they
Let-
do.
Nobody, we've already established that these people are good at what they do.
Yeah.
Let's stop changing the parameters
Yeah, but
of this.
why not
They are all
now?
good.
Okay.
But these are the bottom of the bottom. They are not in a fashion house. They are not. We're not buying it
You don't need to be in a fashion
design.
house now,
Exactly. You are going to a tailor to make clothes for you.
Yeah.
But you want your tailor to be able to deliver what you've ordered when you want it by.
Okay.
Right. What is the solution to ensure that, as much as possible, you are not failed without any recourse?
Maybe you can hold back the remaining of the payments if you feel like they did not, because for this
So
basically taking away the bag.
Exactly. So what did I say? It's repercussion. You have to make the person feel like they're losing something.
But arresting
I did
them
not say
is not
arresting.
going to work for them, or suing them.
It's not going to work
That's
for
why
who?
you pay 70%.
Wait, sorry, who's not going to work for? The
It's
tailor?
not going to work for them.
For the tailor or for you, the person?
Artisans. It's not going to work for
But
either party.
Why? Anybody can be
Yo,
sued.
if you arrest
You can
Your
just
problem
you
will
can
be
just
solved.
commission and say, okay, this is what you lose.
when you
for-
exactly
That's what I'm
when you pay, when you're paying for your outfit to be made, you don't pay 100%. You pay a percentage, and then when you get your clothes back and it's not to your satisfaction,
saying
you're
the
like,
same
yo,
thing now. It
I'm
is
not
still-
giving you the remaining
it's still a
back
repercussion.
because
Okay,
It's still a repercussion,
but
but even
suing them
in
and
that
Doesn't work.
arresting
It's
them,
redundant.
even
that,
in hold on,
like,
hold on.
you just stress yourself
First
out.
of all, that's already a repercussion for
How about
his
you
default.
mitigate your risk?
Now, secondly, you have now lost one, the clothes that you did not get, the fabric you have given him, plus the 70%.
The risk you took.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you can actually recover at least your money, plus more, if you
Fam,
sue
you're
him.
not recovering jack shit.
Good luck. Good luck.
Sorry,
Yo,
what
Tara,
Stop,
what are you
stop.
talking about?
Just-
Have you met this guy?
Just-
Tara, you need to understand something.
See.
First and foremost,
From a
yeah,
roadside
there's
tailor.
like the
How do you want
most.
to recover?
Yeah, you take him to court.
See,
And he
Tara.
pays what from what exactly?
Exactly.
Doesn't he
These
have?
people
Doesn't
don't
he have machine? You
Why
sell his
is
machine
he-
and get your
That
As
money.
a
was-
lawyer,
He can even work for you. He can even work for you. He can even work for you for
as
free.
a lawyer, I'm going to give you this advice for free.
Now you exactly. Now you are coming to other things.
Exactly.
But that's why I said. That's why I said.
Hold on. We live in
Listen,
a
I'm going to give you
country.
this advice for free.
Oh my God.
If you take him to court and they order him to pay you 50,000 naira back, they're going to ask him, how much can he remit to you? And if he tells them 500 naira per week, that's what he's going to remit to you. 500 naira
Look,
per week.
it's
Because that is what he
it's-
said he can
it's-
afford.
it's a
and they will
loss.
grant it. And
Mimi,
fam,
Just in-
Mimi, there's no need to go for
Like,
that. It's a loss. It's a loss. You're not going to do that. Number one, the amount you spend paying a lawyer and going to cost exceeds. Look, there was a poll you had this week. There was a poll you had this week.
The police people
Peter,
to ask
there was a
him
poll you had
question,
this week.
How much can he
I'm
pay you
interested
back?
about the outcome of that.
We need to judge. We need to trust our judicial processes more. That's just what it is.
Is it Nigerian judicial
Yes.
system? Come
Trust
on,
them
Tara.
more.
We already talked about this.
There was a poll I had
See.
earlier this week.
See.
Peter, don't shoot yourself.
Let's forget the Nigerian judicial system. That is a system that is.
If
we are in this system.
if we
Like-
don't start to trust the processes in the system, even if they are not working
But it's
perfectly,
not about
hold on.
trust.
Even if they are not working perfectly, we have to start using them. That's just the truth.
using them as well, because it's
As
like
whatever they are there today, there's a purpose for all these institutions.
How much are you going to pay me as your
Oh
counsel
my
to
God.
take?
Leave that
So
first.
about the
Leave
poll.
that first.
So about the poll.
That's
Go
not.
on.
It's not about that.
what was the poll? What was
Yes.
the poll?
So there was a question that says,
Jesus.
"Can a man without money make a woman happy in a relationship?"
Can I
Have you
No,
been
no, no,
married
he's not done. He's not done.
It's not done.
He's not done.
But wait, before I continue, I want everyone to answer here first.
Jesus,
I'll continue. Before I continue, I want everyone to answer. So, can a man in a relationship make a woman happy without money? Mimi,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Zara,
Money in town, life is sweeter. Well, I think to some extent, yes,
so
to some
no.
extent. To some extent.
So no.
To some extent, if he is very creative, and depending on the kind of on the woman he's with,
Okay, so yes.
it's
Peter.
in between.
Well, I think Marvin Gaye answered that question. And then some disgruntled person shot him dead because he didn't think of it because he was a preacher.
So
So
yes.
I think yes.
Okay.
Absolutely yes.
Palm's answer is yes. But I feel like she voted.
We don't know because
Yes,
she was super excited.
What's the question?
She was super
again?
excited.
Can a man without money make a woman happy in a relationship?
He can't to some extent.
I mean,
Do you know
yes,
I'm going to
he's in a
explain.
relationship,
I'm going to
period.
explain
Hold
to an
on.
extent why he
Smile,
can.
like-
hold on.
No.
He can.
That's all I need
No,
to
wait,
know.
let me
Now
finish something,
let me
Tara,
continue
hold on.
with. Oh.
But
Wait, let him
told-
finish.
Because I'm not done.
That's why I said city girl shit.
I told you.
Not me though. But
So-
he can, but not me though.
This question took us somewhere. Come back to
So
us.
when I conducted the poll, 69% people said yes, a
Yeah.
man without money can make a woman happy. What I found more interesting was that only one woman voted no,
No.
and one man voted yes. Sorry, and no man voted yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
because that's how guys. That's
Yeah,
how
that's how guys
guys.
Yeah, society has just
Yeah.
made it.
Very, 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 very
They
funny.
feel like if they don't
Guys
have
think that,
enough
if they don't have money, they can't really.
I
they
feel
don't
like
have
it's
to
just
do-
a social, like, you know,
It's not even
Conditioning.
about
yeah, like
social
they
guys don't
foundation.
no, actually,
Wait,
no,
hold on,
that's
hold
one
on.
of
Yeah.
it. That's one of it because when men grew up with this whole, okay, you're the provider, you are
Yeah,
the
that's
head,
what- yeah.
you are this, you're that, and so when you get to a stage, a certain age, and you're like, okay, you see this fine girl, and you see what the society is showing, you're throwing money, and then you feel like, okay, I can't be with this girl because I don't have this enough money to take care of her. Or enough money to throw a hand for her.
And-
So it's also why it's a society, because the truth is that money is not everything, but money is
Yeah,
money
it
is not
plays a
everything.
lot.
It's the foundation.
But it's,
right?
yeah, but at the same
No,
time,
it's not the foundation.
Gone.
It's the foundation below the foundation.
If you like, believe it's not. Go on, man.
it is actually no, it is. When money enter, love is sweet, Asha. Let's just leave it at that.
So
But at the
okay.
same, what I'm saying is that society has made men to have this feeling of, oh, if I am not to this point, or if I'm not to this extent, I'm not worthy of having this certain
Yeah.
kind of person. If you check it out, there's some ladies we call trophy wives. You get some men who feel like, oh, I'm not up to this standard to be with her, and you might actually go approach her, and she'll be like, oh yeah, I really like
Exactly.
you. I want to be with you.
I feel like
but then because society has put them into
Yeah,
that,
that's
oh,
what
I don't have
saying.
a
feel
lot
like
of money.
Men, when they see women, they automatically have this type of like, you know how you can walk into a room and they're like, you know, different categories of women. Obviously, at that point, they're like, oh, this person, you probably need this certain amount of money to be able to like walk
Oh,
up to
the
this
person,
babe.
yeah.
And then you look at this person, you're like, you probably need this certain amount, you know, you can be okay. And you
And
know,
she
for
like,
men,
guys
it's about-
rate you
literally, yeah,
financially.
basically, it's like your physical appearance is like what they feel like. Oh, with that they can rate if their pocket.
Somebody say you look at her hair, you look
Do you
at her
get
dress,
they rate
you
if
look
their
at her
pocket
bag.
is enough for them
Her
to
bag,
say.
her
But
shoes,
then
her
it's
nails.
like this babe in particular that you're thinking that she's like probably like a 5-star. She's got like designer handbags, shoes, expensive hair. She might just be some CEO for some company working her. She's a boss ass chick. She's probably never had anybody buy her jack shit before, has her own shit, probably just looking for love.
And
Yeah.
for some people,
Zero
the little
money.
things
Yeah.
matter.
You get- that's what I'm saying.
It's not even
Zero
about
money.
what
Yeah,
you
but how would the man who is used to hearing women say, oh, let me finish? How would the man who is used to hearing women say, oh, if you can't meet my standard, or if you can't keep up with where you met me, or if you don't have this amount, why will you step to me, or this or that? How do you expect to know the difference between who is looking for the little
By
things?
getting to know
Okay.
them.
Yeah, but from the get-go, if you already had the belief that, oh, the woman wants me to be at this level before I
I've
even
met
step to her.
several dickheads
Okay,
here,
so-
but I don't go around thinking like, oh yeah, he's a
Everybody
dickhead,
dickhead,
he's a
yeah.
dickhead, he's a dickhead.
So from a guy's perspective, perhaps, I mean, so you put out a question, right?
Yeah.
But
Sorry guys.
you put out a question, but there are two interpretations of that question from two different groups, right?
Can I call you back?
So you have like the perception or interpretation from like female perspective and then from the men. I'll use this as like an analogy, but first of all, before I go there, so guys look at it from the responsibility, you know, having the things that need to be done, like oiling like the machinery that would sustain that relationship or marriage or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Relationship, not marriage.
That's the question you asked.
Yeah.
Was it marriage?
No,
or
relationship.
Okay, relationship. Okay. So relationship, right? Women. No offense. Mostly they're looking pretty and enjoying the dividends of the efforts. So for them, most of them, it's the feelings. How do I explain it? Like the aura of the relationship. The things that are done, the environment, like how it feels is that's their perception, and that's mostly where it ends. But the guys think about what it takes. Kind of imagine like the Garden of Eden now.
Yeah.
Like so, women look at like the flowers, the arrangement, the landscaping, and everything. But the guys are looking at all the gardeners and like the fertilizers. Do you understand? So it's two different perspectives. Look, let me give you an example.
Can I
I spoke with a friend of mine. A friend of mine. No. Let me. I'm almost done. So a friend of mine. I listen to you when you spoke.
Some women.
I listen.
Oh my God,
Don't generalize.
Don't worry. If you're not part of that thing, there's no need to.
We know that it doesn't
there's
mean
no
all
I'm
women.
talking about here. So I was speaking to a very good friend of mine. Yeah, and we used to go out like often, clubbing, nightlife and everything. And recently she was like, Peter, you can't be serious. Is this how much drinks in Abuja have been? I'm like, yeah? And she's like, oh my God. So all these guys that have been popping and doing like, yeah. Like, so all the time that I've been looking at guys standing and saying they are fuckers or they can't do, they're not performing, they're not doing, so they've had to foot these. I'm like, yeah. And it's like, oh, so even all the times when we've been around and, you know, we'll hop from place to place and you guys, so this is what you guys have been doing. I'm like, what's the point? It's like, wow, you guys have been trying to, because me, I will never. I'm like, thank you. It's kind of like, you know, when you're in a position where you have to do these things that are seen as guys' responsibility, you know, when you're there and you're the one who's doing that, you have a different perspective. I think that's the reason why most of all the guys, because they are programmed to think that way. And you know how Nigerian society is, where
but that's
you
what
have
I'm
to be
saying
the
about
macho. Yeah. You have to be like
and
the macho man, and
So
you know?
can I respond to this?
Okay, yeah. So not when I said girls, I don't mean all girls. I mean, and when I say
we get
guys,
that.
I don't
Yeah,
mean
we are
all
saying
guys.
We are not
Obviously,
generalizing here. We are just saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's not talk about this percentage of guys that you're talking about. We also have women who also foot the bills. In fact, women take care of their men silently. There are lots of women that they are actually the breadwinners. Do you understand? Guys have the ability to come out and put up a show. But a woman that actually pulls out her ATM all the time for a man is ashamed to come out and say to other women that
But why
I'm
is she
the
ashamed
one
though?
who spends the money, because they feel like this society thing, your man is meant to be the one who's spending money on you. Do you understand? So there are women who actually spend on guys, and the guys front like it's theirs. Meanwhile, they don't have shit.
So society and self-esteem, right?
Well,
Exactly. Yes. Yes. Society and
Society setting
self-esteem.
rules, and then your own personal self-esteem or
Because
because if
a lot of guys are always like, oh, women are always this, women are always that, women blah blah blah, like, you know, women want them to spend money, blah blah blah. But half the time there's so many women who know, like, they don't think about the flowers in the garden. Yes. There are a lot of women who do not think about the flowers in the garden.
They're actually thinking about the gardeners, how to get the gardeners to get the flowers planted. But straight up, there are women like that who are listen, Peter.
I'm not saying they aren't. I didn't agree.
Peter,
As much as you know, there are women who are like forefront, straight up, like ahead, like they're
there is no
it's Mimi's face for me.
No, because like I I really don't like it when they make women feel like, when people are talking about women and it's like women are so dependent on
men.
Yeah, because we are not.
But no one has said that now.
Women
but no one has said
that. Even down to the poor ones, females have very, very, like, our survival instinct is 10 times way more than a man's survival instinct.
Jesus,
but this is
a whole different.
I think you're going from. We're not talking about independence or.
I'm not talking about independence or anything, but with the whole guys taking guys spending on women and whatnot, I just want to put this out there that 70% of women take care of their homes, their men, and they spend more. But they don't just come out.
I don't know if that's true.
It is.
Look, even if it was 70% of men, I still wouldn't know if it was true.
Yeah, I don't think
nobody is sure about the statistics.
I don't think that number. I don't think that number is factual. But also, we're not even talking about. Hold on, we're not even talking about marriages here.
Yeah. No, I'm not talking about marriage. I'm just
because you're talking about taking care of a home. When you're talking about taking care of a home, you're talking about marriage.
I also talked about these niggas going to the club and popping bottles. Sometimes it's their girlfriend's ATM that they are using to go and pay, and this is fact. And we are in Abuja. This is Abuja. We have a lot of those lots in the streets that don't have anything, and their women are the ones paying for their shit.
So so what you're saying, what you're saying generally now is that a relationship cannot thrive if there's no money. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I am saying. That's my issue. Like, don't use money as the basis as. Like, that's the reason why your relationship can't thrive, because I need to have enough money as a man to take care of you.
But you
don't need enough money as a man to take care of me.
Exactly.
Because I can take care of
myself.
If you want to do shit for me, well, thank you.
But
So do you have no financial expectations from your partner?
Yes.
Okay.
I actually don't.
I do.
I don't. Okay. It is not. Let me tell you something.
So you think you are in the majority or in the minority?
I'm in the minority.
So what is your argument? So the argument is not based on. Wait. But a general societal trend is not based on the minority.
But that doesn't mean that you should. Doesn't make it right, though.
Nobody said anything about. There's no right. We're not talking about right or wrong here. We're talking about what exists. So culture is based on how society operates in a time.
If someone wants to be in a relationship with you and wants the relationship to thrive, whether there's money or there's no money, it will thrive.
Nobody
that's what I said when I was talking. That's what I said.
About you being
you can create with little things. It doesn't really have to be about money. Let me tell you. Let me ask you a question. Mimi, can I ask you a question? Mimi, can I ask you a question? Like you said boring now.
LGBTQ.
If you're with a guy that doesn't take care of you,
Skittles.
I want to ask her something. She just mentioned something boring. So if you're with a guy that he is not financially buoyant, like he's not spending on you, and then the relationship is boring, and he's bad in bed, would you still want to be there? Because what exactly is thriving?
Guys,
You actually said that. But wait,
but there are some people that want to still be in a relationship with a boring guy now.
Okay, no problem. Maybe he has money.
He does not have money.
How do you know now? Do you know boring guy?
I don't, but there are people that don't have boring guys. Let me just say that if you don't have money, that you don't have to be boring. But there are people that are in a boring relationship and they're happy with it.
No, the guy has money now. That's what we just said.
And there's something else.
Yes, that's what you're trying to say. There's always something else. There's something that keeps you in a relationship.
That keeps you in a relationship.
But the relationship can be boring and
oh my God.
and it will still be there.
But There'll be something.
But you don't know that for a fact.
See, my point
You don't know
is
that for
she
a
asked
fact.
me a question, and I'm just saying that there are people, I'm responding to her question, that there are people in relationships that there is no money and the relationship is boring.
You don't know that for a
and
fact.
they are
Boring to
okay.
you.
You don't know that for a fact.
Boring to you.
They are probably boring to you on the outside.
Yeah, on the
Exactly.
outside, boring to
You
you.
don't know that
But
for a
you
fact.
don't know what they
So
are
don't
doing.
speak for them. You
inside,
speak
they
for
are like-
yourself. Will you be with someone who is boring and broke?
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
That's the question.
would you
Mimi.
be with someone who is
boring and broke?
Yeah.
First of all, yeah.
Oh my God. Mimi, yes or no?
I will not be with someone who is broke. Let's start from there.
Okay, so but you don't say there's no financial, but you don't say you have no financial expectation from your partner. How you say you will not be with someone that's
Oh my
broke?
God, I don't have any financial expectations.
So how can you not be with someone that's broke?
Because I'm not broke now.
Oh my God, I'm dead.
If
If you're not having financial
then you don't care about what he
you
has.
don't care about his
Yes.
You don't care.
I'm not
You farm, go and farm then. You live on a farm somewhere. Send a farm. No, Mimi, you be a terrible witness. You just said in your mouth.
Yes, I sleep both sides of the coin. Did I stutter?
Oh my God.
No. I know what I want, but what I want doesn't mean that
You're gonna be with man that's money.
Listen, honey. Money. That's what we speak
Ego.
over here. Ego. I'm an Igbo woman, and the only language you understand is
Money.
Hey.
Can I get the
I
money?
want to make a guy that is comfortable and he's not broke because I'm doing well, so I
Like,
want you to
listen,
do well.
Hey.
I don't
want
see.
to date someone that is broke and then I have to cater for you and then you come and meet me. No, we're on the same level. I can do shit for myself.
And then
I
you
can pay
can-
my bills.
But why can't you cater?
I
Why
don't
can't you
need
cater
you
for
to
him
pay.
too?
If I have to, I will. Like, if I love a man as like very
so
much,
the
of
broke
course
guy
I
now.
will.
I ain't
No, I
doesn't have- no.
Listen,
Why can't you empower him?
You don't have to be broke. You're looking for trouble. That's what you're looking for trouble.
It's different when you have money and I have money and we're both like living, you know.
I can
We are doing what we can afford.
I will go out and walk and hustle as a
also
woman
like,
and
come
they
and
want
take
me
care
to
of
be your...
you. Are you a bastard?
Are you mad, bro?
But I'm not really
mad?
Like, what is going on here?
That's what she said.
We don't think we're saying
What
now.
is going
How
on
was your
here?
answer? Yes.
No,
Wait.
We are giving answers.
In a way, that's me though. If I
Yeah.
meet a man, I'm not expecting you to foot my bill or anything. I'm not
Exactly.
asking for that shit. I work myself. I'm going to
Yes.
work for my
Yes.
shit.
But
You can't be
Hold on. Wait now. Hold on. Oh God, you're all shouting at me. I don't understand.
Because
You
you
know,
want us to stand.
wait, hold on. So, fine and great. The guy moves to you because you don't care, right? Once he starts talking to you, you realize this guy is broke. Are you going to date him?
The truth is,
Hold on. Yes, I don't need yes or no answer.
no,
Wait.
I would not.
Okay, good. So why are you not advising him to have moved to you in the first place?
No, if he has potential.
What the this potential? The guy is now broke.
Sorry.
Why have you now? Why should he now have taken his time to move
No,
to?
there are some guys that
Oh
are
my
broke, but they have
Wait,
potential to
Terry,
be great.
see,
Like you can
you meet someone. Listen, let's be realistic.
Yes, I'm
Let's
listening
use
to you. Yes,
Nigeria as a
yes,
realistic
yes. I
point.
never want to be realistic. Yes, yes,
And you like me.
Yes.
And we get talking, I probably like, oh, this guy is cool.
Yeah.
And then you're just probably like starting up. You don't really have so much. for
He's
yourself.
broke.
Wait.
I don't want you to beat around the bush.
Yeah,
The guy is broke.
There's nothing wrong
Continue.
with being broke.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with it. Yes, he's broke.
He is. But then you
Yes.
see that this person is not sitting down, folding his legs and doing nothing.
Nothing.
He's trying to do something
Great.
for himself.
Potential.
And then your own
Potential.
self, you also have something doing for your own self also. Like, I'm taking care of myself
Yes.
before I met this person.
Yes.
And then you see that this person is trying his best
Yes.
to be the best version of himself, to
Yes.
get his way out of that situation. So it's different if you now come to say, oh,
You're a
it's money, it's money, the thing that's going
Let me say
Let's
something.
stop- let's stop
Let me say
doing-
something.
say
In a situation,
something.
in the scenario
Yes.
that she just painted,
Yes.
you know, you met someone like he's on the process, or you know, he's on
Yes.
the growth
Allow
process,
me to talk about
and you're
process.
already, you know, at your, I won't say peak, but
Yes.
you're good at where you are. You know,
Yeah.
you're making a lot of money. obvious. In that situation, if I was in that situation, I am going to, like, I won't, it's not like I'm going to be footing your bill or anything, but in a situation where, wait, in a situation, wait, hold on,
I'll give you connection.
Let me finish. What I mean is, in situations, maybe I know that obviously you can't take me out. Maybe I want a lovely dining, or I want to have like some sort of experience. I know you can't afford it. I'm going to do that for both of us because I can afford it at this point, and you know you can't. And I want that experience. You're my partner. I love you, and I want us to have this experience together. But I'm not going to, you're not going to, you know, come and move into my house and be a penny in my house, and every day you be asking me for money, and every day you will want me to, you know, give you money for this, give you money for that. I'm not going to do that. That is different.
There's also this, there's something we used to say in my place, I'll speak in English, like, is in the lead to someone gives or you get to know who that person is actually. The fact that you're broke doesn't mean you will not give me one
Exactly.
You will give me.
Exactly. There's so many.
I will ask you.
Well, I don't like to ask. I actually don't like to ask. I like to see if you're talking.
When I mean ask, is like we're having a conversation. Oh,
girl,
talking about your.
I would not do
It's
that.
okay.
I'm not
There's
saying
no problem.
ask.
You ask.
See,
It's okay. People ask now.
There's nothing wrong with asking.
Well, no, but she just doesn't like
There's
asking. That's
nothing wrong
fine.
with asking.
So
and
what
there's
you're-
also someone getting like an intention, like I'm having a conversation with you about work or about something I really need to get for
Yes,
myself. And then you just
exactly.
get that initiative and you get to, even if you don't get everything,
That's
you
what
get
I
to
mean
say,
about being
okay, babe,
creative.
this
Yeah,
is
you
what I
find your
have
way
to
to-
do.
yeah.
Do you get?
Can you know,
So-
That's being thoughtful.
So-
Like he has, you
so-
know, sense, common sense.
So you
She
date
can-
the broke guy, is what you're saying.
Yes, if the broke guy
The two of
is.
them.
Yeah, if the broke guy
So-
has
so-
potential,
so-
I'm going to date him.
And by potential,
so
you know,
now, so
everything
this
is
is scenario,
financial.
you meet the guy, he walks up to you, he says hi, he talks to you, we guys at the party or whatever, connect number, 1 month, 2 months, you guys are talking, 3 months, you guys are talking. He has potential, but he still
To
hasn't
be
been.
honest, I mean,
Wait, let
Pamela
me
right
finish.
now would
Not
not
okay.
financial.
Yeah.
All right.
Potential
this
is-
Pamela.
Okay, you will not date him.
Yeah, like Pamela.
Good.
Pamela 2.0
So,
now.
okay,
no,
so it also
Pamela
don't
now.
advise him to come and talk to you. That's my
No. That's not what she's saying.
She said,
She's saying no titles. Like she might know you, you guys might hang out every now and then, but like
But then
no
there's no title.
commitment.
No,
yeah, so that's what I'm
Because
saying.
there's
So
nothing
in
really
the,
to
so in the
commit
10
to.
months now, you guys have been talking, he now comes and says, oh, we've been talking for a while, I really like you, I feel like we might have a future, will you
Do you
date
know there's
me, my
nothing wrong to
girlfriend?
say? I've actually told a guy, like, at this point, I don't feel like you're financially enough to be with me.
Okay.
And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Absolutely nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong. He
Damn,
actually
girl,
came
you
back to
cold,
me.
cold.
No, there's nothing
And
cold
he be
about
like-
it.
and he be like,
cold about
That's
it.
right.
She
yeah.
feels. That's how she feels.
No, that's exactly.
That's it.
But what I'm saying is like, so why? So like now you've done 1 month, 2 months. The guy has built emotions and attachments and desires.
Not her problem.
Like,
Thank you.
of course, not her problem. But like, if you could avoid that from the beginning, why not?
Exactly.
If who could have avoided
Why
it?
didn't you make a statement?
There's nothing for her to avoid.
Nobody
Tara,
meets
There's
you the
nothing.
one that
Tara,
said I want to
excuse
date
me,
you.
Tara.
But you are just talking to me and I'm
Tara.
talking to
You
you
people
too.
are, you people
How
are.
could she have avoided
What
that?
if your
though?
feelings
There's-
have
there's-
developed
there's
and mine
nothing
has
for
not
her- there's
developed?
nothing for her
Exactly.
to
It's
avoid.
like, how could she have avoided
It's
it?
not her problem if you catch feelings.
Exactly.
That's
That's
on you.
because that's on
Exactly.
you.
But-
You
but-
guys are still
of
getting to
course,
know each other.
hold
If you
on.
come
Cry her a
feelings,
river,
that's
bro.
existent. Like, seems like a personal
Of
problem.
course,
Die.
it's not her problem. I
Yeah.
agree. But
These
it could have
guys
been
are human
avoided.
beings.
What could have been
though,
avoided?
yo.
You mean
She already-
on his side, not on her side? She was moving
Exactly,
normal.
because what
He was still
exactly
moving
what
mad.
did I do?
Say the one that was moving mad.
Exactly.
What did you do?
the babe do?
She was just herself. He fell in love with an image. Bro,
She ain't done
Come on.
nothing.
Wow.
She ain't done
Fell
nothing.
in
Like
love
she
with
ain't
it.
done
Wow.
nothing. It's just
she didn't do nothing. She was
like-
just herself. He fell in love with the image of her.
simple. That's it.
I don't know
Isn't
my
it?
image of her.
I'm
but-
Like what he's
Because
What
most,
is the image
most,
of her?
most of the time, yeah,
1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it's just from what you've seen.
Yes,
People
most-
are talking continuously. You are
or
arguing
whatever
that-
that is going on between
It's still-
you
it's
or
still-
me.
it's
You
still-
can
it's
say,
still-
see, and I'm all for that. You can
it's
say,
still the same
You
thing.
can say it's fine. It's not her responsibility whether he fell in love or not. Agreed. But you cannot say that it could not have been avoided because you knew the one. It's like me telling. It's like you saying, "Oh, I can only marry Igbo," and then non-Igbo comes to you
Clown.
and you start talking to the person and leading the person on,
Clown.
and then you now reach the point. Person now says, "Oh, let's get married," and you say,
Clown.
"Oh, I can only marry Igbo."
Clown.
You could have stopped that.
Yep.
you could have stopped that from the beginning.
But
you could have let that guy know from the beginning that, bros, you are not capable financially to be with me.
That's the exact same thing I'm saying to you when I say you fall in love with an image. Because at the end of the day, the example you've just given is someone is telling someone else they've fallen in love with a tag. Clown, you shouldn't. Person doesn't even. You say you can only date. You can only love Igbo. That's a tag.
Exactly.
What the hell? What's Igbo? What's Edo? What's Yoruba? It's just a tag description.
Peter, that's you. But we have cultures that only allow that. There are people that allow their daughters marry from their village.
Clowns. That's what I'm telling you.
No, whether you call them clowns or not, it's the reality of things. So my point is that
I'm not saying it's not reality. I'm saying they are clowns.
If she knows from the beginning, then she can stop it from the beginning. Of course, you can say it's not your whatever I did.
Let me give you an advice.
Because
let me say
something.
something.
To the point of saying that, you know, you're not. I don't think you're financially stable.
You knew that he was broke.
That okay, this guy is not really like up to par, and you
were entertaining him for 3 months.
You're entertaining him,
to
and
the
then
point
you guys
where
are
he
going
says
back
he
and
wants
forth
more.
until like you.
He still has his potential. He's still trying to make
now
money.
He's like,
but he hasn't just had his breakthrough.
This is what I want.
He was not really at his potential, Sha. He was not really doing
exactly. Then you should have just been like, yo,
it's a no. Anything, Sha.
Because do you know why I said that's actually very, very harsh? Like telling someone that, oh, you're not financial. Because I feel like there's some things that just really like. Some words are just really too harsh to say to someone. Do you understand?
No, but
like, I don't want to be with you. I don't want to be with you. But telling someone like,
no, but the person may want to know
why.
Some people who just want to know.
It's not about being low.
I have no problem with her actually saying that.
I'll be happy to be on the receiving end.
Yes, I actually would like to know that that's why you do it.
Yeah, he wanted to know why.
Yeah, I want to know that's why.
No, maybe
before we got there, we were actually friends. We were talking. We were like proper friends. And then it got to the point, okay, I want to date you. And I'm like, we had a conversation, oh, I can't date you. And it was like a pressuring thing. Okay, why? And we had a conversation. This is what it is. Well, there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, straight up.
There's
Like,
nothing wrong.
for me, I'm more
I can't see. For finances though, I don't like to talk about people's finances. Like it's off limits for me. Yeah. So I would never like, you know, throw that out there because I feel like it's really sensitive. You know, you don't really know how people can react to situations like that. And obviously, like, they might not really come, you might say you're okay with it, but there are people that also not okay with it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that is why there was a conversation. Like your finances. Instead of them to receive it as,
you don't
it's from two sides. You see it as like,
Mimi,
you know, if she tells you that, it's like, okay, it's a good thing, like it's a good review, so you can up your game or something. Someone else might see it like, oh, so this baby's looking down on me, and it's an insult.
Mimi,
all these things are things that you have control over.
Exactly. Because
I don't bother with them.
There's never a reason where someone will tell you why they don't want to be with you that you'll be so I'll be elated. Oh, you don't be with me. Oh, because you're too fine. I'm like, oh, great.
No
I'm
happy to hear you. I'm happy to hear you tell me that.
Yeah.
I won't voice my feedback. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, you're an idiot. But I'm not
going to say that. But
listen, I know that.
I know that's what you think about.
I'm like, oh, wow, thank God. I skipped the bullets. This was an idiot.
Okay, so if I don't like it,
hold on. So
because if you have finances, I would rather not even engage.
Okay, so if it was you,
if I know that
this is a different.
Wait, so if it was
different
you,
conversation.
how would you
this is a different conversation. When the person actually asks you, tell me the
I'll
truth.
just say that we're not compatible.
So you won't tell them the truth.
What the hell?
That's you lying. Why can't you just say?
Do you know the guy
now?
Thinking about it.
Does that
not compatible how?
It means you're not compatible. What that means is
together this long.
You're not good enough for me, and you're not the person I'm looking for.
Do you know what you're telling him?
Absolutely.
No, do you know how guys interpret?
What does that mean?
The way guys interpret things are so different.
The way you
when it comes to guys,
the way they interpret things are so different.
It's for me. I always tell her this. I'm like, when it comes to dealing with me, whatever situation
you need to
it is,
be brutally
straight
honest.
up tell them.
Be brutally honest.
Like, this is what it is.
Hold on.
I feel like everybody.
Blackteddy, hold on. So when you say that to me now, and I say, what do you mean by we're not compatible?
Exactly. Now you have to
what does that mean? We're not compatible how? Because we've been together.
And now you will do
We
that.
are not compatible. How are we not compatible?
And that's even worse because now you're trying to be nice.
Yeah.
So you're not trying to, what's that word?
Rip the band-aid?
No. There's some really derogatory words. Is you're basically sucking up and like you pity me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you're like, who the fuck are you? Like,
Fuck
you.
I was having this conversation
this
with
is
you.
why people actually
no.
get punched.
No, but you guys,
You
wait.
guys are blowing this out of
Mimi,
context.
wait,
But
guys,
you see how
wait.
like people inside
I
things.
always tell her, like,
You need to
when
be
it
honest.
comes to
about
that-
it.
No,
Hold
it's
on,
not about
hold
dealing
on,
with people
hold
that
on, guys.
take in
Hold
truth.
on.
It's not about that. I
Hold on,
just
Mimi.
see finances
Mimi.
are sensitive for
Mimi,
me.
okay,
I cannot
no problem.
tell someone
So
that
when
because
the
of your
guy
finances,
asks
I
you-
can't be
because
with
when someone
you.
tells you about your
I've
finances,
been there,
some
learnt
kind
my
of
lesson.
desire.
I
No,
know
I
better,
would
man.
see. I would never
Oh
even
my
create
God.
a room to have.
Mimi,
Do you
hold
understand?
on.
Finances are off the
When the
table.
guy asks you what you mean by not compatible, what would you say?
I'll say maybe we're not, like my life is moving in a different direction
Wow.
from yours.
And then you now start saying, okay, what
After 3 months.
directions? Okay,
And
do you
you
think
be
my
like,
directions
Do you
can
know how
switch
to
your
fuck with that guy's
directions?
mentality?
We
feel
can
like
work
it's
it
not
out.
enough.
You
You
get
think that will
Baby,
fuck
we
with his
can work
mentality
it out.
more than telling him
Of
that
course.
he's not financially
Of
capable?
course, of course.
There's some people who
Of
just
course.
want. Me, I always feel like when it comes to like dealing with opposite sex or straight up. like,
I
always-
don't talk
even
about
guys, even
finances.
when it comes
I
to
don't.
sex.
Baby,
So
I
if
could
he
be your
ain't
Google
doing
Map.
good,
Let me
guys,
ask you something.
It's
tell
off the
him
table
With
for
the
me.
someone,
truth.
like if you don't like to talk
Tell
about
him the
finances,
truth.
yeah?
If he ain't-
So
I
let's
was
say
telling
you're
her
with
one
someone
time.
and it's getting to the point
This is
of
about
being
Blackteddy.
serious, being
Blackteddy.
committed. You
She
will
said
not talk about
we can't
finances.
move in
That's
the
a
right
different
direction.
situation. That's a
What was the
different
question? What's the
situation.
question?
She said if I'm with someone and it's getting really serious to the point of being committed, that is a different situation.
So what if
See,
you-
let me even
Whoa,
tell you
why did we get
something.
to that point?
Our
I find out that
finances, and see, let me tell you something here. I don't do too well with having financial conversations with people.
Why? What do you mean by
Calm
that?
down.
No, what do you mean by-
Calm down.
I'm
Can
calm.
I carry on, please?
No, but I want to get understanding what you are saying now. What do you mean by don't do too well?
I don't know. I just do not know how to talk about people's finances. Like, especially, like, I feel like it's none of my business.
Yeah, so you won't be talking about people's, you'll be discussing yours and hoping that the person is open enough to discuss theirs
discuss
as
theirs.
well.
Exactly.
No, but
Something
yes,
like that.
but
Like,
you-
I would rather
But
go
what
to
if
the
the person
side.
is not comfortable enough?
So
to,
if-
or to
If the
open
person
up
is
to
not
you?
comfortable enough to open up to me, then the person does not want me to know about their finances. And I have to respect that.
Agreed.
And if I see that the both of us, because there are things that I like to do and there are things that you'd like to do as a person. If you cannot afford to carry on with my lifestyle, or I can't afford to carry on with your lifestyle, then we're obviously not financially compatible. Do you understand? I will get the message. I don't have to come and sit down with you. A guy that can take care of you doesn't have to sit down with you
Okay,
and be
Mimi,
like,
can I ask you
babes, I have
something?
this money to
In
spend.
getting to know
From his
somebody-
actions, you'll be able to tell that
In
this
getting
guy
to the-
is
No,
Although
no,
he's
no,
not-
no, no,
although
no.
he's not taking
I'm
care
not
of
going
you.
to- No, wait, hold on. In a relationship, yeah, there's always one thing you
Yeah.
always have to communicate. There's nothing.
Yes,
there's really
that's
no,
when we are
there's
in
really,
hold
there's
on,
really,
hold
there's
on.
really no.
Even before you
I'm
get
just
into
going
that
to
serious part, you
assume,
must communicate
Oh, I
now.
see he cannot fit my lifestyle. Okay, what if he doesn't know anything about my lifestyle. He doesn't know that way. He doesn't
That's
know
not
how
what-
to go
no.
with it. And he just seen, oh, I meet this girl that's living this lifestyle, and he has never been introduced into that lifestyle. And he
Listen,
doesn't
like
know how
I
to
said,
live about it.
if you listen to what I was saying, I said we've done things together. He knows how I live my lifestyle. I know how he lives his lifestyle. That's what I said. Like, we're getting to know each other, but see, me, I'm not comfortable with it, especially if it's not that deep. Like, I'm not going to have a conversation about your finances. And if we get to a point where our relationship has gone to the next level, for us to get to this point, I know in my head and you know in your head, and we've gotten to a point that we are very comfortable enough
same
to
assuming.
discuss our finances. But if you're just a guy that I'm getting to know and I'm dealing with and you're not financially compatible for me, I'm not going to tell you that because of your finances, fuck you, bro. Like, I'm not dealing with you. No. I'm not down for
But
this,
that's
I'm
not
not down
basically
for
what you're
this,
telling-
but
you're
I
not
won't,
telling fuck
I
you because
will
of your
not
finances.
mention your
That's not what you
finances.
do.
Like, finances are off the table. It's a sensitive matter and it should only be talked
But
about
sen-
with people.
but sensitive for you though, because some
But
people
yeah,
they don't
I
really
think
mind
why
talking
fin- I
about
don't think
like
why finances.
their finances.
It's
like,
actually in
it's-
Nigeria that I see people being so sensitive about.
Yeah, they don't
finances.
really like they
Or
straight
people
up
can
because
tell
on what
someone
they
telling you
make
they're in my job,
or
and say,
Tare,
oh, what
no,
do you
no,
earn?
no,
I
no,
can't
no.
tell you.
Tare,
Or-
I can have conversations about my finances with you because you're my guy, but I cannot be having conversations about finances with just any random.
Yeah, that's what I'm
he's not a
saying.
random.
So, no, but he's a random. Any guy that you are
Nobody
seeing
says
that
you
is
have
not
it-
going to
nobody says you have
end
it
your
on
is
day
a
one.
random because
Nobody-
you don't want to
wait,
date
no,
him
maybe
now.
nobody
He's
says
a
you have to conversation
random.
on
No,
day
he's not a
one.
random, but
He's
you
not a
said they were
random
getting
now.
to know each
Yes,
other,
now. He's not a
and you know she
random.
realized that they were not compatible. That's not random.
Maybe that's
It's
not
not just
random at
about what
all.
she said. I'm talking
person.
about in general.
A random
You-
person is
general.
If
someone
we're
you just
not, if
met,
we're
and,
not,
Exactly.
you know,
A random
if
person is
we're
someone
not
you just met.
dealing, if I
Just-
don't feel like we are dealing, or if I don't feel
just
like I want
like
to deal with
Tara's
you, and
question,
it's
at
your
least you've dealt-
finances that
the
is the
scenario that you
question,
painted.
I
You've
will
dealt
not
with the person
say.
for at least 3 weeks or 3 months
months.
or thereabout.
That is not
Obviously,
a
that's
random.
not that's not a random
not
person.
random.
That's someone like you guys have had a certain type
Yeah.
of connection. And for me, yeah, I feel like when
Me,
it
I
comes to
will-
finances, just like you said, it's sensitive to you, you know. But there's some people who are actually like open about, you know, finances, and it's like, oh, okay, like babes, you know, maybe you can't do, you're not able to do this for me.
And
or,
Asking me
you know, you
questions
do
about
this.
how much do you earn is different
No,
from
no,
that's
no,
a different
no.
No, that's
that's a
completely
conversation that
different.
everybody can have. Oh, how much do you earn? How much is this? Da, da, da. That's a fine.
No,
that's
that's
not
but
fine.
when you're talking
No,
about
we're
two
talking about
people in a
finances,
relationship.
about our relationship.
We're
Yo,
talking
you
about
have
two
to
people
get
in a
before
relationship.
finances come into that thing and fam. Especially if you're not there for the money, you have to have built a certain type of lengthy trust with this person, and you comfort for
No,
them to be
but
able to have
maybe-
such
maybe-
a
no,
conversation
but it's
with
not-
you.
Wait,
it's
hold
not
on,
even-
hold on.
it's
But
Blackteddy.
you said something. You said you know get to know the person to some point, and you know that you both are not financially compatible.
No, I didn't say that. I was
how-
going
No,
with
you-
what
no,
you
you
guys
said your life-
said.
that's
You
what
said
you
your
said,
lifestyle
and
and
not
his
financial
lifestyle
compatible.
are not
You get to his
together.
lifestyle.
So how do you
Yeah.
not get to the
No,
point
but
where
what I want to
you-
ask is, so in this period you're talking to this person, you don't even have interest in their life towards their business or their work or their finances, because all those things are tied together.
Exactly.
No concern about, how can we help grow you, or like what are you
No,
earning now? How can we
that's you.
build
That's
up?
what you guys just
Hold
talked
on now.
about. Now she said she told him that they are not compatible with their finances.
She did not
Bah.
say
No,
that.
that's
not what
no,
she
that's
said.
not
Okay, what did she
She
say?
said that she told him that he's not financially capable of taking care
Care
of
of
her, so she
her.
cannot date
Cool.
him.
That's what
Yes.
I was saying, which is you guys are not financially compatible still, what I just said.
I don't think
But
that-
yes, it is. They are not financially compatible. He cannot take care of her like he's not at the point where he can take care of her
Okay.
financially.
All
So
right,
they
okay,
are
let's go
not
with that
financially
like that. Okay.
compatible.
Uh-huh.
Right? Fam, sorry for calling you fam again. But listen, before he will tell me to go to the farm.
You will go there.
Listen, yeah. What I am just saying is that I will not say that to a guy merely because for me, I feel like that's just a conversation. That finances in itself, money, just has a whole different
You know, we are talking
drive.
about a
Do
guy
you
you've known for
understand?
like 3
Exactly,
months.
that's what I'm
I will not.
talking
That's
about.
and do you know why this argument started? Because I was like, I will not even. You knew that this guy from the onset that you met this guy. You
Okay,
knew.
so you are saying you will not even
I
let
won't
it get
even
to the
let
3
it
months.
get there, like
Okay, all right,
because
all
if
right,
you
all
if
right.
you can't afford me,
No,
you can't
no,
afford
you
me.
know
Do you
that-
understand?
know that
Yeah.
we were friends.
Yeah.
As
No,
friends,
no,
but as
no,
friends,
no,
you
no,
knew
no, your situation-
that he
No,
wasn't
no, your situation is different.
financially
Her
able.
situation-
Talking about the
And he
scenario
her situation
that
is
Tara
not-
where you wanted to
Yes.
ask me
Her
out.
situation is not based on not the
Okay,
conversation we
he
were
got
having.
to the point that he
that
wanted
one,
to
they were
ask you
friends,
out.
and then the guy.
But for dating for 3 months, fam, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm exing this relationship or I'm exing this whatever. We're just going to be guys. Like, I see you as a friend. I don't see you as the kind of person that I want to be in a relationship with or I want to be with or like,
Guys, I
you
have
know,
a very different question.
we're on different paths.
Okay.
I will not come and I will not tell you that it is because of your finances.
But
Because
it is.
in my head, that's for me and my own.
So doubling back to the original question before this question about money being, a decider or something, your answer would actually be the opposite of what you said originally.
Yes.
Because
No.
now it actually
Yeah.
is a factor. Yeah.
Yeah,
We're talking about a scenario now, you guys,
Yeah, so
and
for
all
you,
my answers
thing.
are
No, so
based
for you-
on the scenario that we were talking
Agreed.
about.
But based on your principles, the guy should not even approach you
Yeah.
if it cannot meet up to your financial standard.
Yeah, okay.
I
fair.
didn't
Based on
say
the
that.
Based
The
on the question.
question.
Yeah, based on
No,
the
no, 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 no.
question.
You painted a scenario, and I'm answering based off that scenario. The question you asked if money should be a deciding factor, I said no, it shouldn't.
But money will always come out.
Because
especially
at the
when
end
you're
of the
getting
day,
serious.
no matter, see babes will be out here saying that, oh, it's money, money, money. But then they'll meet a guy that they really like that doesn't even have half the shit of the
Yeah.
guys that they've dealt with, and they'll settle.
Yeah.
Because money
And they mean that
is
anyway.
not
But
that.
then- what they were saying before,
then
they were
that's
lying,
the
and
reason.
that's not the
But
point.
that's the reason
Yeah.
why.
Because love
that's
is
the reason-
blind and love is crazy.
But that's the reason why you date, to figure out whether you're compatible with the other person. Finance, based
In
on this
everywhere.
argument, is also an important subject. So if finance is a problem, then that shit can't work based on the feedback you've given now.
It's a
and
problem
it will be
for
Japa
some
season.
people.
No, we're talking about you.
Me,
You have to say for
nah,
It's Japa
no.
season, like
Japa
Yeah,
season.
it's really just.
Mimi, you need to ask us a question.
out. Peace.
Wait,
Ham.
You see the problem?
Zara also had a question she wanted to ask.
Japa
From
cause of
Elian.
Sapa.
Ooh, lines. But you know, I was going to ask a completely unrelated question.
Completely.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just want us to leave this whole.
Sapa problem.
Yeah, Sapa. Thank you, Sapa problem. This is anyway. I've had this conversation with Mimi, but I'm just going to ask because of Zara that is here. If we're talking about this is based off telling men or opposite sex how you feel. So if you sleep with if you're dating your partner and you guys have sex and he's horrible in bed, would you tell him he's horrible in bed? Like straight up.
See,
Yes, you should.
listen, dating is different from being in a committed relationship. You know, yeah? So I'm going to say this because I am someone that is outspoken. I'm someone that says it the way it is in my heart. And I feel with the opposite sex, for us to get to do something, we're adults. You should tell me how it is. I tell you how it is.
Yeah.
So if you are not good in bed, I don't have to come around, like I will not obviously come around and say, oh guy, you're so bad in bed.
Yeah.
I'll come out and say, okay, I'd have preferred you to touch me in this kind of way.
Okay.
I prefer you to do this kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, do this kind of, you get.
Yeah, of
and
course.
I would see him do it the next time I will see him do
See
it.
if he does well.
Or, you know, direct him on how to do it.
So you now
Not
have an
come out.
apprentice.
I was going to ask
Because
also-
you're
But
a
I
apprentice.
can actually, but you know, I've
ever-
actually told a guy, because I am that, like I'm just that
Yeah.
person. I don't know how to say it.
If
Okay,
it-
this, I don't know how to hide it. Like
You're
this
pretty
is
much
what
playing
this
with
is
your
what it
information.
is. Like this is what it is, guy. It wasn't because I had this guy I was dating, and then it was so horrible.
Right.
And then I didn't get to talk the next day, and it was like, oh, what's it? I'm like, okay, let's see, let's meet, and we had a conversation. I'm like, okay, this is what it is.
Yeah.
This is what it is. And funny enough, he didn't take offense. That's one thing with guys.
But you shouldn't though, because
He
it's
didn't
like
take
you
offense
should.
with it. And
For
he was
me,
like-
things like this, you
was
shouldn't
like, okay.
be angry. Sorry, Peter, has a girl ever been like? Your
I feel like
parents?
that because do you know why they shouldn't be? Even if a guy tells me that, I wouldn't be offended
No.
because your sexual experience is
Might be different.
But you
from
know what?
mine. The ones you like, the situation is so different. It's not
Completely
definitely going to
different.
be the same way as the next person. So that's why that communication is, for me, communication is like top tier. Like it's
But yeah,
key.
this question here too. I want to ask guys here. You know how? I don't know what sex. I don't know how guys, sex for them. I don't know if it's just pum 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 and how. Well, you know how? Hold on.
Are you having sex
Pump
with
and
guys?
dump.
No,
Are you
hold
having sex with
on.
guys?
Go on.
Because
Wait,
for
but are you having
women-
sex with guys?
No. Yes. No.
So is it pum pum pum?
Most guys is just like out, But for women, what I'm saying is that for women, most women it's a gradual process, foreplay. You have to obviously every woman is different.
Warm her up.
Everybody is different.
Get
You have to know how
excited.
the body works. Now, what I'm asking is, for men, do you guys feel that same way? Do you have to have you ever had the situation where you have to tell a babe oh, this is how I like to be pleasured? That's what I'm saying, because mostly guys is just straight. to the point.
So
do you,
great,
is for men, is it that way where, okay, maybe just like she said, you know, you could sit your partner down and be like, okay, yeah, this is what I prefer, this is what I would like you to do if there's foreplay or prior to that. So do men ever have that kind of experience?
So most of the time there's a general play, and by play I mean like role play kind of plot that most men assume and women assume. It's usually the guy doing most of all the work and taking charge and everything, and the women, I don't want to put out numbers, but like more than otherwise, you have women who are just there to participate.
Not now.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. I'm just that's why I didn't want. Yeah, exactly.
More than other
So yeah, and you know, it gets worse when you don't have women who are vocal right there and then when it's happening. You know, you don't really want to wait till after it's done and then you say, Biko, this no, you pull up a tantrum or something, and then he has to ask you, oh, what happened? And then you out of the goodness of your heart, you now say, oh, this shit was bad. Or I mean, you're right there and there. He's the one who's doing it. You're not trying to, oh, no, look, I'm doing this. That shit turns guys on. Like when you... I mean, think about it. Like most,
when you say,
most
okay,
times,
this is what
and this is probably a tip, right? See, most times and otherwise, guys have to take charge, especially in this society. They take charge for literally everything. They're the ones who have to be in control. They work, they toil, they're responsible for anything. Like, I'm not saying that there aren't. I'm just saying men do this.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
So when in the act, for once, like women, if you want to blow a guy's brains out here, flip things and you take charge and, you know, try and be that bossy guy. That's why you see that most executives, like, they usually have BDSM partners because the role play is about them losing the one thing they have absolute control over.
Which is about power.
Exactly, control. That's why you see most of these executives, like, have dominatrix, dominers or something, and this thing to... Yeah.
So basically, you're saying men would prefer if you straight up.
If women are more vocal and more open about.
I agree.
Yeah,
But
direct
you
feedback.
said during the process. What if
right
after
there
the
and
process,
then.
like pillow talk, and she's just telling you.
Right there and there. Say,
why
do you have to wait till it's done and shit?
But I think it's more
what are you
effective
afraid
when
of?
you do it in the moment.
No,
In the
because
process.
I'm trying to
Imagine
say
if he's going too hard and stuff. You wait till you get bruised, and then after you're bruised and sore, you now say, this is what this is. Or you fucked me, you wrecked my... And him is thinking,
I've done, like, I've come, I've done it. I've come and I've conquered.
Boom. Meanwhile, this guy has just hurt you and hurt everyone, you know? Yeah, so...
Fair enough.
Okay, guys,
Fair enough.
that's all we have for today.
Hey!
Thanks for joining us on the Discharge. Blackteddy, Mimi, Marty. Mimi, breathe out now. This is fancy. Thank you. And Chibem, Zara.
Chibem.
Yeah. You want to tell us your handles, guys, that are around, where they can find you?
At Mimi Matthews, guys.
You must actually tag everyone anyways.
Exactly.
Look up
Do
for
I?
the tags.
Yes, you have to.
Okay.
By the way, it's Blackteddy _ Blackteddy _ on Instagram.
Oh yeah, Mimi Matthew with double I at the back.
It's Chibem Azarati.
Chibem.
Chibem. M for man.
But guys, let me just say one thing, Sha.
I don't know what
Pam!
Pam, you should
Pam, you should tell these guys. Back up, no.